In 1943, during the height of World War II, a secret experiment was allegedly conducted by the United States Navy. The goal? To make a warship invisible to enemy radar. But according to the story, something went terribly wrong. Witnesses claimed the ship didn't just disappear from radar, it vanished completely. Some even claimed the ship briefly teleported hundreds of miles away, and when it returned, the crew had suffered horrifying consequences. This is the mystery of the Philadelphia experiment. According to the legend, the experiment took place at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard in October of 1943. The ship involved was the destroyer escort USS Eldridge. The US Navy had reportedly been working on advanced electromagnetic technology. The idea was based on a concept called degaussing. Degaussing was a real technology used during World War II. It involved running electrical cables around ships to reduce their magnetic signature. This helped protect ships from magnetic mines. But the story of the Philadelphia experiment claims something far more extreme was attempted. Researchers supposedly tried to bend light and electromagnetic waves around the ship. If successful, the vessel would become completely invisible, not just to radar, but to the human eye as well. According to eyewitness accounts, when the experiment began, strange things started happening. Powerful generators were activated on board the USS Eldridge. Witnesses reported seeing a greenish fog begin to form around the ship. Then suddenly, the entire vessel disappeared. Not faded, not hidden, gone. For several minutes, the ship was completely missing from the harbor. But the strangest part of the story came next. Some witnesses claimed the ship briefly appeared in Norfolk, Virginia, over 200 miles away. Then just as suddenly, the ship vanished again and reappeared back in Philadelphia. According to the legend, the sailors on board the Eldridge paid a terrible price. Some crew members reportedly became violently ill. Others were said to have suffered severe mental trauma. But the most disturbing claims describe something even stranger. Witnesses said some sailors became physically fused into the metal of the ship itself, their bodies partially embedded into the deck and walls. Others supposedly disappeared completely, and a few were said to experience strange side effects, such as becoming invisible for brief moments, or phasing in and out of reality. If true, the experiment had triggered something far beyond simple invisibility. For years, the story remained mostly unknown. Then, in the 1950s, a man named Carl M. Allen began sending letters to a UFO researcher named Morris Jessup. In these letters, Allen claimed he had witnessed the Philadelphia experiment firsthand. He described the ship disappearing, the teleportation, and the horrifying effects on the crew. Jessup eventually published these claims in his research, and the story began to spread. Soon, the Philadelphia experiment became one of the most famous conspiracy stories in American history. But historians and scientists have challenged the story for decades. The US Navy has repeatedly denied that any such experiment ever took place. Records show that the USS Eldridge was not even in Philadelphia at the time the experiment supposedly occurred. Many researchers believe the entire story may have originated from misunderstandings about degaussing technology. Others believe the letters sent by Carl Allen were simply fabricated. And despite decades of investigation, no physical evidence has ever confirmed the experiment. Still, the story refuses to disappear, because the Philadelphia experiment touches on something deeply fascinating: the possibility that secret technologies might exist hidden behind military research. Could scientists have accidentally discovered a way to bend space and time? Or was the entire story simply an elaborate myth, born from wartime rumors and imagination? More than 80 years later, the truth behind the Philadelphia experiment remains uncertain. But one question still lingers. If a ship really did vanish that day in 1943, what exactly did the Navy discover? And what else might still be hidden in the classified experiments of the past? This is Obsidian Archives. Subscribe for more mysteries.